Stop right now and look at your life. Every scarcity, every emotional block, and every closed door has an invisible culprit. You believe you are judging the world outside, but neuroscience proves your brain cannot distinguish the other from yourself. In the universe of information, there is no next person. There is only the frequency you emit and the echo it produces. Every time you point a finger and speak ill of someone, you are injecting a chemical poison into your own bloodstream. The quantum field does not hear your words to your neighbor. It reads the energetic signature you vibrate when you criticize. Judgment functions like a steel boomerang. It leaves your mind as an attack and returns as a financial and emotional blockage. Imagine your thought as a programming code that writes, in real time, the script of your immediate and future destiny. Speaking ill is a low-frequency decree that the field interprets as a request for more of that in your own reality. If you focus on someone else's failure, you are literally teaching your cells and your bank account how to wither. The science of mirror neurons reveals that observing another's mistake activates the same areas of pain and failure within your own system. You become a mirror of what you condemn, creating a mental prison where prosperity cannot enter due to a lack of resonance. The universe is a closed system of resonance. What you launch into the field is, by law, what you must receive. In this video, I will show you how to hack this code and transform judgment into a magnet for high performance and wealth. Understand once and for all that blessing another's success is the fastest way to program your own for the future. The time has come to stop self-sabotaging and start writing a reality where your thought is your greatest triumph. Modern neuroscience reveals a disturbing secret. Your subcortical brain is unable to process the concept of a third person. For your deepest neural structures, every piece of information processed is a strictly internal and deeply personal experience. When you observe an action or a flaw in someone else, your system simulates that same reality as if it were yours. The other is merely a projection screen where you watch, in real time, the rehearsal of your own vibrational state. Imagine that your visual and mental field functions as a high-precision virtual reality simulator for your own consciousness. Every judgment you issue about someone else's behavior lights up specific circuits in your frontal lobe and your limbic system. The brain does not understand the direction of the thought. It only understands the quality of the frequency being generated. If you focus on another's scarcity, your biocomputer interprets that you are experiencing lack and begins to reshape itself. In the informational level of the universe, we are the ones who define the boundaries of what we call identity. The energy field has no ears to listen to proper names or social distinctions between you and your neighbor. It functions as a perfect mirror that reflects the pure intention and the emotional charge behind every single perception. By condemning someone's success, you send information to the field that success is something dangerous or morally wrong. This biological and energetic unity is what we call the observer's paradox, where the observer and the observed are one. If your mind spends energy trying to dim another person's light, it is technically blowing out its own internal bulb. The field understands that the frequency of attack is your natural environment and begins to replicate conflict in your life. Separation is an illusion of the senses that costs dearly for your health and for your prosperity. Understanding that the other does not exist is the master key to emotional freedom and the mastery of reality. By clearing the lens of judgment, you stop polluting your own field with information of low vibration and constant conflict. The universe is an ecosystem. It never gives you what you ask for, it always gives you back what you are. Change the perception of the world around you and you will see your biology and finances transform. Science reveals that the act of judging triggers an immediate and aggressive chemical cascade within your own physical organism. The moment a critique is formulated, your hypothalamus orders the release of cortisol and adrenaline into your own bloodstream. Your body enters a state of alert and fight, as if you were being attacked by a predator. The target of your judgment doesn't even feel the impact, but your cells suffer the erosion of stress. This neurochemistry of hate blocks your prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for creativity and major decisions. While you spend mental energy judging someone else's life, your ability to see financial opportunities and solutions disappears. The chronic stress generated by the habit of speaking ill creates a mental fog that prevents you from prospering. You are literally trading your strategic intelligence for a fleeting and empty satisfaction of feeling morally superior. Furthermore, mirror neurons ensure that you feel the pain or the error that you are condemning in another person. The brain simulates the observed experience to understand it, activating the same neural networks as the person being judged. If you condemn betrayal or someone else's scarcity, you are training your brain to recognize and live those situations. Judgment is a self-literacy in the worst, recording negative patterns into your very own cerebral architecture. Imagine your nervous system as a hardware that processes the software of your thought in a completely impartial way. It does not filter whether the information is about you or about your neighbor, it simply executes the command. The body's informational field understands judgment as a real and present experience, molding your biology in real time. The evil you wish or point out becomes your own cellular signature, which weakens your general immunity. Therefore, judgment is the biggest bug in your human operating system and the cause of many psychosomatic diseases. For the universe and for your biology, you are the only receiver of all the emotional charge you emit. Clearing judgment is not a matter of religious ethics, but of pure mental hygiene and basic biological survival. Those who stop judging stop poisoning themselves and open space for a brain chemistry of high performance. The information field that surrounds us functions like a quantum neural network with an infinite and powerful reach. Every thought of judgment does not die inside your skull. It is an electromagnetic wave sent out into the cosmos. The universe does not distinguish between me and you. It only processes frequencies of continuous radio information and vibration. If you send out a charge of criticism, the field interprets this signature as your own vibrational request. Imagine the field as a liquid mirror that reacts to every single ripple of your conscious and unconscious mind. By judging, you create a disturbance in the informational mesh that, by physical law, seeks to find equilibrium. This return of energy is the boomerang effect. The information travels, gains strength, and returns to the origin. If the seed was the judgment of another's scarcity, the harvest will be lack in your own life. The physics of resonance explains why your financial and emotional reality seems stuck for no apparent reason at all. Constant judgment creates a destructive interference barrier that prevents the arrival of high frequencies of abundance to you. You cannot tune into the wealth station if your mental radio is permanently fixed on the frequency of condemnation. The information field is binary. Either you are in a phase of expansion or a phase of contraction. The invisible boomerang is the reason why many good people cannot seem to prosper in the material world. They may be hard workers, but they pollute the field with moral judgments that push away the energy of money. Money and joy are high-frequency flows that do not cohabit with the vibration of speaking ill of others. Every time you point out a flaw, you are signing a contract of experience with that same flaw. Understanding the information field transforms you from a victim of circumstances into a programmer of your own reality. You begin to watch every thought like someone guarding a treasure, for you know the bill will always come. The secret of great masters and achievers is the maintenance of neutrality and the power of the blessing. Clearing your field of judgments is like unclogging the channels through which life flows freely and abundantly. The spoken or thought word is the most powerful programming tool of human consciousness in this physical dimension. In the universe of information, there is no such thing as idle talk or an unimportant opinion about others. When you use your energy to speak ill, you are issuing a malediction, a command of low frequency. The field interprets this vibration as a decree of reality that must be manifested through your experience. The act of speaking ill functions as a contract signature with scarcity, conflict, and general life stagnation. By focusing on someone else's mistake and verbalizing it, you collapse the wave function of that negativity into your life. The quantum field understands that if you spend energy on it, you must desire more of it for yourself. It is an automatic mechanism of resonance where the word acts as the execution code for your future. On the other hand, benediction, blessing, is the secret technology of high performance and infinite abundance. To bless the success, the beauty, or the achievement of another person is to inform the field. I accept this. The brain processes the blessing as its own dopaminergic reward, elevating your frequency and opening your mental gates. When you bless, you open the receiving channels so that the same quality can finally flow back to you. The difference between a life of blocks and a life of miracles lies in the quality of your daily decrees. People who live in complaint and judgment are technically cursing their own future without even realizing they are doing it. They create a dome of dense information that prevents the entry of new opportunities and creative solutions. Those who practice blessing clear their horizon of interferences, allowing the light of consciousness to act upon their goals. Understand that the universe is a server that does not judge the content of your request, it simply processes it. If you speak ill of another's wealth, you decree your own poverty due to total frequency incompatibility. If you bless someone else's health, you program your own cells for vitality and long-lasting well-being. The command is in your mouth and in your feeling every second of the day. Choose your decrees wisely. Financial scarcity is not just a market problem, but a symptom of a deep and hidden energetic contraction. When you judge another's wealth or speak ill of success, you create a vibrational repulsion to money. Your subconscious understands that success is something to be attacked and, for self-protection, it keeps you far from abundance. Judgment raises an invisible wall between you and the opportunities the field is trying to deliver to your door. In the emotional field, judgment acts as a constant drain on your vitality and your personal magnetism. Nurturing criticism consumes precious mental energy that should be used to create and solve your own problems. The result is chronic fatigue, a feeling of weight, and an irritability that pushes high-value people away. No one wants to be near someone who exhales the frequency of condemnation, as the field senses the danger. Neuroscience explains that focusing on another's error addicts the brain to low-quality dopamine and quick hits of ego. It is the momentary pleasure of feeling better than someone else, but it charges a very high price later. This vicious cycle destroys your real self-esteem, because deep down, your system knows that you are the next target. The fear of being judged is born from the habit of judging, creating a paralyzing anxiety in your projects. Observe how the people who prosper the most are those who celebrate the progress of others with natural ease. They understand, even if intuitively, that the field is a single flow of information and collective wealth. Those who live as the moral police of others rarely manage to build a solid and lasting patrimony. The energy of criticism is heavy, dense, and stagnant, while the energy of money is light, fast, and expansive. Ruin begins in the mind and materializes in the bank account and in your most intimate relationships. It is no use taking financial management courses if your reality writing code is programmed for constant attack. The universe does not reward those who try to dim another's light to feel bright in the dark. To change your bank balance, you must first change your vibrational and informational balance starting right now. To hack your destiny, you must perform a conscious reboot of your mental and verbal programming. The fastest technique to change your information field is the immediate blessing at the very first sign of judgment. The moment a critique arises, replace it with a decree recognizing the abundance within that person. This informs your brain and the field that you are compatible with that frequency of success and growth. The second step for the reboot is the practice of strategic silence in the face of error or failure. If you cannot bless, choose not to emit any information so as not to pollute your own nervous system. Remember that every word saved about evil is a charge of energy saved for your own personal expansion. Silence is the vacuum necessary for new frequencies of prosperity to finally echo within your own field. Create a new reality writing decree that you will repeat every morning as an execution command for the day. State, I am a field of expansion, and everything good I see in others, I activate within myself. This phrase reprograms your system to seek connection instead of separation and gain instead of loss. The universe, as a faithful server, will prioritize sending situations that confirm this brand new code of existence. The cleaning of your energetic field reflects instantly in the clarity of your decisions and your physical health. With less cortisol and more achievement dopamine, your brain becomes a high-performance machine for results. You will begin to notice that people and financial opportunities will flow to you with much less effort. The boomerang now returns as gratitude, lucrative partnerships, and an unshakable state of mental and emotional peace. End this cycle of self-sabotage today and take on the role of the architect of your vibrational existence. From now on, every interaction is a chance to deposit wealth or debt into your informational bank. Choose wealth, choose the blessing, and watch as your financial and emotional life is completely transformed. You are the field, you are the observer, and you are the decree that manifests everything. Mastering the neuroscience of judgment is only the first step to hacking your reality. If you want to learn how to emit the exact frequencies to attract financial prosperity, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. I post deep insights like this every week to ensure your reality writing code is always operating at peak performance.